One day, Hogwarts was feeling grumpy and decided to voice his complaints to the others. "Why should Nigel and Karen get new shapes?" he said. "A new shape for them is good enough for me. They go gallivanting the other crew, leaving us to handle all their work. It's disgraceful. And there's another thing. Nigel here whistles too much. No engine would whistle loudly in stations." "It isn't wrong," said Hogwarts, "but we just don't do it." Poor Nigel didn't feel so happy anymore. "Never mind," whispered Lincoln. "We're glad you're home again," added Chris. "Aye, laddie," said Ronan and Raymond. "We quite like your happy whistling." "Goodbye, Nigel," said Hogwarts as he left the shed. "We're glad to have you with us again, but remember what I said about whistling." Later, Nigel took a passenger train to Rob's station. "Hello, Nigel," said Rob. "You do look splendid. I was happy to hear your happy whistle the other day." "Thank you, Rob," smiled Nigel. Just then, Nigel heard a noise. "Shh! Do you hear that?" Rob listened. Far away, but getting louder and louder, was the sound of an engine's whistle. "It sounds like Hogwarts," said Rob. "It ought to be him, but Hogwarts never whistled like that before." It was Hogwarts. He came racing down the hill at tremendous speed. He didn't look at Nigel, and he didn't look at Rob. He screamed straight through the station and vanished on the horizon. "Well," said Rob, looking at Nigel. "It isn't wrong," chuckled Nigel, "but we just don't do it." And he told Rob what Hogwarts said at the sheds earlier. Meanwhile, Hogwarts screeched on the main line. The noise was awful. At Kristen Station, everybody covered their ears. Reginald also covered his ears and said to the Hogwarts crew, "Take him away and stop that noise!" Still whistling, Hogwarts puffed sadly away. Hogwarts had stopped near the engine sheds by Kristen Station itself. He was still loudly whistling until two fairies climbed on top of his roof and used a hammer to bang his whistle back into place. The silence was amazing. "Oh, finally it's over," said Hogwarts in relief. That night, Hogwarts slunk sadly back to the sheds. He was glad that it was empty. The other engines came in later and had heard all about Hogwarts' little run down the line with his whistle blaring like mad. "It isn't wrong," said Nigel to no one in particular, "but we just don't do it." No one mentioned whistles. Early the next morning, Nigel was puffing along with a passenger train. The sun shone, the fields were green, and the birds sang. He had plenty of steam in his boiler and was feeling happy. I feel so well," he sang. Trickety-chock, hummed his coaches as they rode along the line. As he went through Cosby Station, he saw some boys on a bridge above the line. "Oh, hello there," he called out. As he went under the bridge, he then whistled a greeting to them. But just as he went underneath the bridge... "Oh, ow, groaned Nigel. For the boys in the way would take his number, they thought it would be fun to drop stones on him instead. One had hit his fireman on the head as he was shoveling coal into the firebox, and other ones broke the carriage windows. It's a shame, hissed Nigel angrily. They've broken our glass, sobbed the coaches. The driver opened the first aid box, bandaged the fireman's head, and was planning on what to do next. The passengers weren't hurt, but they were very cross. Call the police, they shouted angrily. No, said the driver. Leave it to Nigel and me. We'll teach those lads a lesson. What do you think we should do? Said Nigel. Nigel's driver then told Nigel and the passengers just what they were going to do next time they went under the bridge. Nigel puffed on to Wellward Station. Lots of people were on the platform at Wellward. They wanted to see what would happen at the bridge. Nigel has plenty of ashes, said the driver to the passengers. Please keep all windows shut until we pass the bridge. Nigel just as sorry as we are, aren't you, old boy? Nigel didn't answer. He was feeling stuffed up, but he was able to crack a determined smile. The guard whistled and blew, and they were off. They were soon approaching the bridge. The boys were also there, and they all had stones in their hands once more. Are you ready, Nigel? Says driver. Sneeze hard when I tell you now. As they got close, they turned the handle and... Achoo! Soot, smoke, and ash flew from his funnel onto the bridge and all of the boys, who ran away. Well done! Oh boy, cried Nigel's driver. They won't be dropping stones on engines ever again after that. That's good to know, chuckled Nigel. Your paint's all dirty, added Spider-Man, but we'll give you a wash down and you'll be good as new in the morning. And they continued along down the main line towards Kristen Station. Once in Kristen Yards, his crew then cleaned out his smokebox and gave his paint a good polish up. And he made sure never to sneeze under bridges ever again afterwards. He also told Hogwarts about his actions that day, and whilst he had never said sorry to him, he was secretly very impressed of his actions on that day.